Welcome to the Gnome Pumpkins tutorial. Thank you to the friends for funding this program. For this craft, we're going to need a medium-sized pumpkin, some yarn, piece of fabric cut into a triangle shape with a rounded bottom, some polyfill, and a little wooden ball. To start off our craft, I'm going to set everything to the side. We're going to start by adding our yarn to the pumpkin, and this will be our beard. I'm going to start to place glue around the top of the pumpkin, and I can use a pencil to help press the yarn down just to avoid getting burnt. And we're going to repeat this process till all of our yarn is on the pumpkin. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll check back in with you when I'm done. I have the base of the beard glued on, and I'm only doing this small section here. I'm going to continue to add yarn to the beard. I'm going to layer on top of it to create a thicker beard. I eventually will be cutting off some of this excess beard, and I'll be using that as a mustache to attach to the top of the beard here. So I'm going to continue to add yarn and layer on top. So I've glued on all of my yarn, and now I'm going to trim off just a little bit of the yarn here at the bottom. I'm going to use fabric scissors. You can use regular scissors if you'd like. There we are. And now I'm going to take some of the trimmings I'm going to glue to the top of the mustache, or top of the beard to be a mustache. Once we have everything glued on, I'm going to now lift up the beard. I'm going to apply just a little bit of hot glue going across the middle of the pumpkin there, and this will just help to keep our beard stationary. And I'm going to lay the beard down on top of it and position it how I want the beard to rest. I'm going to use my pencil. I'm just going to kind of tap that beard down onto the pumpkin just so it fastens or seals to the pumpkin. There we go. Next, we're going to take the little wooden ball, and this is going to be the nose of our pumpkin, or the nose of our gnome pumpkin. And, excuse me, hot glue. There. So now we're going to take our hot glue gun, and we're going to add glue to the center of our beard here. And I'm going to take our little wooden ball, I'm going to place it in that drop of glue on top of the yarn. I'm just going to hold it in place for a few seconds. There we go. So we're going to set this guy to the side just for a minute, and we're going to grab our scrap of fabric. And now we are going to make the hat for our gnome. And to do this, I'm going to fold one side of the hat over, and I'm going to fold the other half on top of that. And it will look like a little cone. And I'm just going to add glue to the bottom part of the fabric. We're going to lay the fabric down on top of that glue. And using our pencil, we're just going to tap it. That way we don't burn our fingers. Be careful, some of the glue can seep out on the edge there. You can use your pencil to wipe it away. Let that cool for just a minute. you can pick it up and notice that there, some of the sides didn't glue down completely. So I'm going to glue or add more glue to that. And here we are. So now I'm going to take my polyfill. I'm going to grab a little bit and I'm going to tear it just to loosen it up. I'm going to put it inside of the hat. We can use our pencil to kind of stuff the polyfill towards the very corner, top corner of the hat. I'm going to add just a little bit more. Tear it apart there. There we go. We want to leave a little bit of the edge visible because that's how we're going to be attaching the hat to our gnome. So we want to make sure that this back part where we glued and where there's what would be a seam, we're going to have that be on the back of the pumpkin. And actually I put too much polyfill in, so I'm going to take some polyfill out. There we go. And I'm just going to position the pumpkin, see how I would like it to sit. Adjust some polyfill real quick. Oops. Alright, so now I'm going to apply glue on the inside of the hat. And I'm going to place it on the gnome using our pencil. Going to tap. I'm going to repeat this going around the hat. Again, you want to do under the brim. And tap. Add another glue stick. And you want to make sure to glue down the hat and so there's no holes because you don't want any polyfill to leak out. And once you've glued your hat down, look how cute, you've got a little pumpkin gnome. Be sure to share pictures with us online. Thanks for tuning in.